show began with great expectations but ended with mixed trading results as diamond suppliers held their ground on prices, and that left little, if any, wiggle room for buyers. With polished prices holding firm then, buyers are only stocking goods to fill immediate orders. Rough prices remain strong, as is the case for gold, and I'll take a look at precious metals in just a moment. The National Bureau of Economic Research said this week that statistically speaking, the U.S. recession ended in June 2009, following the longest downturn since World War II at 18 months. NBER pinpointed the worst of the Great Recession hit in June 2009, at which time they observed that indicators began to rise once again. The group added that if those same indicators showed declines, it would then be a new recession rather than a double dip that some economists have been chatting about recently, given the very weak recovery. Along those lines, the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development lowered its 2010 prediction for economic growth in the U.S. to only 2.6%. That's down from an earlier advance of 3.2%. The long-term concern remains the same: lack of job growth and thus weak consumer spending. Until consumers feel better about the future of the U.S., they will just continue to sit tight as they have since first quarter of 2009. And to gauge where this measure stands now, we turn to the daily Gallup spending charts. While monthly retail sales figures have been reflecting what appears to be better news on spending at the counter, the figures really show that more consumers are out shopping, yet they are spending less. Looking at data from Gallup, you can clearly see how drastically consumers in the U.S. have cut spending in the past 2 years. And the real news here is that the pattern is not changing. Gallup defines this new trend as the new normal. Look at the daily average consumer spending for August, and it is down 34% from 2 years ago, or right before the Great Collapse in September 2008. Daily average spending was $63 in August, slightly lower than 1 year ago. Daily spending for the first 8 months of 2010 and 2009 were fairly similar. Upper income spenders, those Gallup says making $90,000 or more, have wider swings in their monthly daily average, but for the most part not too dissimilar for 2009 and 2010 during these first 8 months. Gallup concluded that retail spending prospects for the next couple of months do not look to change much as long as economic pessimism haunts consumers. Well, gold did hit a new record more than once this week, both in dollar terms and in the rupee. Nonetheless, there was renewed buying during this early part of India's festive season. Here is a look at how precious metals prices performed in the past 7 days. For all the latest industry news, be sure to check diamonds.net, and if you are on Twitter, add us at twitter.com/Rapaport.